Welcome to TrueCircles.net. Right now we are speaking to Dr. Farida Gogawala. She's a gynecologist from Florida. Right now she's in Hyderabad working in a medical camp here in Shaheen Nagar. So ma'am, what moved you to work here in a medical center?
I always, for past 5 years, I was looking for an organization to be affiliated with to do the medical care for indigent population. I met the trustee of the IMRC in one of the meetings, and I asked him about their project and came to know about their program. And 3 years ago I joined them, and I was very much accepted by the women population, and we had gone to Lucknow, Assam and other places, and I had a good support from the organization also, and that is why I'm coming every year, mainly because there was a project to start gynecological care for our Indo-US hospital, where there is a vast poor population of indigent and who doesn't have access to gynecologic care. And that was my major reason I have been coming every year and spending more time in Indo-US hospital.
So it's been your third year here?
Yes.
Okay. So here in a medical camp you specialize in a women care. All the, generally all the women are prescribing here from the registration camp.
I do women's care, that means it's a total women's care. I do preventive medicine, I do general medicine, I also do gynecology and obstetrics, so I see pregnant women and women of all ages.
So how do you think, how important is it for this woman coming from this, generally all these medical camps are happening in a very economically depressed localities, where generally
compared to other places like in Assam, Rajasthan, is much more indigent population than we have it in there. I think there is a good access to the medical care. It's the cost exploitation by the medical community locally that is taking advantage of people's lack of knowledge regarding the obstetric care, delivery, complication and side effects, and they are being exploited by offering them surgery which are not needed, or the medication that are taking, knowing that this patient is not going to be able to get pregnant, for example, an infertility case who obviously has a tubal obstruction and not going to be able to conceive, and they're giving her fertility pills and a hormone treatment and taking, wasting her time, their time.
So generally these two women get exploited by the medical.
Right, and this is the major reason that we wanted to start gynecological care in the US, and for past 2 years I have spent up to 2 to 3 months doing free consultation in the US hospital, and mainly educating these people when to say no and what to expect and how to get a better treatment.
So, how many patients did you see today? Right now it's afternoon. So
I don't know, maybe 30, 35.
35. So, in a day, how many patients you are seeing?
I never got the count, but depending, sometimes we see 500 patients, sometimes we see 750. And majority of the 80% of women patients I see myself.
So generally when the women approach you, what are the general problems?
Mostly down here, I think knowing that, which is amazing, I haven't seen too many diseases per se. We have a problem with nutritional deficiency. Because of the poverty and because of the finances, the nutrition status of these women is pretty good because it is catered towards working things. So you feed your children, you feed your husband, and they are the one that not getting enough nutrition. So anemia is very rampant, and all the ailments of weakness they call it. So they have body ache because they have to do a lot of housework and everything is manual labor. And so I haven't seen the diseases per se, but I think they need to have a good education about preventive and improving their own health.
So when you work in this kind of locality like Shine Nagar and all, do you find a dearth of women specialized hospitals, clinics, where women can go and openly talk about their problems?
I'm not sure about the hospital, but I do think we need last year we had explored this situation to open up a gynecologic clinic where I can give them the education of how to do better nutrition, how to with less money improve your health, your environment, and make yourself fit.
So there is a need for a woman concentrated hospital.
Yeah, because women is the caretaker of the whole family. If we educate and improve their health, the whole family will benefit.
So you have been working, volunteering for these organizations since past 3 years. Do you feel kind of satisfaction at the end of the day? You are serving the needy.
I have a satisfaction of what I have offered, but the mentality of this population is absolutely not related to improving their health. All they want is give us something that can make us better in 2 days. Give me a pill, give me a tonic, give me something. So they need to be educated that this is not the reason. I am trying to educate them to how to improve their health with what we have in the house.
Okay.
How to cook better, how to utilize your finances to improve the health. The problem down here from children to adults is poor nutrition.
So apart from prescribing medicine, you're also counseling them.
Majority time I'm not pill popper.
Yeah.
I am by way nutrition, preventive medicine oriented.
Okay.
And I want to improve their overall health for a long term and not to rely on a tonic because that will last only maybe 1 week.
So what do you say about IMRC providing this kind of platform for the doctors to
I think they have done pretty good, but needs a little bit organization of funding in a right direction. Right now we are wasting a lot of money. Shouldn't be saying this on your interview. But the funding is going in a wrong direction. Instead of providing this, handing out the tonics and thing, we need a educational pamphlets or a little classroom where they can all sit together. We have a little slideshow how to utilize your supplies of the house to cook better, have a better nutrition with less money. That's my model.
Okay. So you look after coming next year?
Depending how much is going to do, because I have done this kind of work, medical camp in Philippines and other places, and then the level of discipline, acceptance and expectations are entirely different than where here people tell you, just give me the tonic, and I said, I'm not here to give you tonic because you can get tonic out in the pharmacy.
Yes.
Just go to anybody. Just because it is a free, it's not going to cure your problem. If you're telling me you have a backache, if you're telling me you have anemia or whatever, I'm trying to tell you to improve your blood count from what you have. This bottle will finish in 1 week. What are you going to do then? But they don't want to listen.
So
because the expectation is fix it up.
You're looking for a long-term health benefit.
I want a long-term benefit. I want a more purpose. I want these women to be active than to be miserable and be depressed about it because they don't have the money, they don't have supplies, and then the kids don't want to take care of the parents because they're complaining too much. So people complaining about the backache, but they don't want to do anything to improve it.
So when you counsel them about this thing, long-term health benefits, how are the reactions? Are they acknowledging it? Are they absorbing what you're saying?
No, because their mentality is, oh yeah, but it's not that easy to do.
Okay.
So they need a little motivation because if I have a classroom and if I have actually visual, I think people perceive visual stimulation better and it registers better in your head. If I see something different, it stays there.
Yes.
When I talk about it, half of the time they're not listening. They keep on telling me, doctor साहब अच्छा सब कुछ दे दो, injection दे दो, because the mentality is here, quick fix.
Yes.
Nobody want to wait for it. And that is the whole thing. I think we need to have the change the whole thinking. We need to educate this population that you are the one who can improve your health. My medicine, my tonic is not going to improve your health. And that is my moral.
Thank you for giving me time. Thanks a lot.